Hello, Stamping friends. It's Terri Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Welcome. I have a quick and easy thank you card for you. And of course, you could add any sentiment, so it wouldn't have to be a thank you card, but it is quick and easy. I'm going to be using just a little bit of cardstock, some designer series paper, one stamp from the Kindest Expressions stamp set, and a punch to make these quick and easy cards. So join me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider subscribing by clicking that subscribe button and the bell to be notified when I upload videos or I come live. And please give me a like or a thumbs up. It really helps me. All right, let's turn this camera down and let me show you how quick and easy these cards are. As I said, today's card is going to be quick and easy. So you're going to need a card base. You will need a layer of cardstock and a sentiment strip. And that is all the cardstock we're going to use. Now we are going to use some designer series paper, and I have chosen to use the inked botanicals, the 6x6. You, of course, could choose any designer series paper that you wanted to use. But this is really very lovely, has some really muted colors, and I like that. And I have chosen 2 sheets of the designer series paper from that pack. And so we're going to use these. Plus, I am going to use a 3D embossing folder, and this is one from our 3D basic embossing folders that is an online exclusive. So I will have all of the products that I use in the description, so you can find those. And then I am going to use the Assure Afternoon ribbon, and this is from a 3-pack combo that's in our catalog. So you have Bubble Bath, Lemon Lolly also in this pack of 3 different types of ribbon. Okay, well, let's get started because this is quick and easy. It's great if you need multiple cards. So we're going to go ahead and start with our basic white thick card base. And this is 8.5 by 5.5. And scored at 4 1/4. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring in our Azure Afternoon cardstock, and this is 5 1/4 by 4. And then let me grab our 3D embossing folder, and we're going to go ahead and just put this right inside here and run this through the cut and emboss machine, and by magic we have the cardstock already embossed. And now I'm going to go ahead and put that right on our card base. You can use whatever adhesive that you would like. So we'll place this right on the front of our card base. And then there is one more thing that I did not mention, and that is we're going to use a punch, and that is the bow punch. I like to call it the leaf punch, but we're going to use the bow punch, and we're going to bring in the designer series paper. And I'm just going to go ahead and we're just going to use this to punch out from each of our designer series paper. And I think that will be just fine. So I have one large of the green, of two of the green and one small, and then I have from the kind of the multi colors in the designer series paper and a couple of small. So now we're going to bring in our sentiment strip, and this is basic white, and I'm going to use, the ink I'm going to use is our black ink, which is the only ink we're going to use today. And then I have put the stamp "Thanks So Much" on our block, and this comes from the stamp set Kindest Expressions. So you have with sympathy, sending sunshine and rainbows, oh happy day, and thanks so much. And this is what we're going to use today. So I'm going to go ahead and we will ink this up. And then we will stamp that right in about in the middle of our sentiment. There we go. I'm going to lay that aside. Bring in our silicone craft sheet. I just think that'll be a little bit easier. And what we are going to do is that we are going to add our leaves. We're going to add them to the back of our sentiment strip. So you can just kind of lay them, get them kind of like you want. And I'm going to put them over to the right of my sentiment strip. So what I am going to do is to bring in some glue dots and my Take Your Pick tool. If you do not have a Take Your Pick tool, I do suggest that you purchase one. It is so handy for gems, for the glue dots, for so many different things. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some glue dots. On our flowers. I'm going to bring that down so you can see that just a little bit better. And if you want to put, if you want to overlap it, you can. I have a glue dot here, so I could go ahead and put this flower going this way. But then I want a glue dot on top because I want it to catch my sentiment strip. That makes sense. There we go. And then I'm going to add this. And I'm going to add this little. Maybe we'll put it right there. And then I'm going to add another glue dot. And we'll add one more. If I have one more. I think this is the end of, let's see if I can get it off that cardboard. Probably not. Okay, let me grab some more glue dots. Our mini glue dots come in a little box like this. And they are rolled up. So now we will go ahead, pick one up, and we'll put it about right here. All right, and so now I'm going to take our sentiment, and I'm going to just place it right above there before I place it down, just to make sure that I'm happy with that. And then I have several other cards to show you using different color of cardstock layer. Now, we're going to go ahead and turn this over, and then we're going to add dimensionals, because that will keep, we want to pop this up, but plus it will help us keep our leaves. On our card also. Okay. So we'll take off the backings. I'll bring you back out so you can see better. And then this one I didn't use. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring our card base back in. And I'm going to put this just a little bit lower than the halfway. So about halfway, but just a little bit right below the middle of our card. And then I'm going to bring our ribbon in. And we're going to make a bow. If you love blue, this is such a pretty blue color. And we have so many beautiful blue colors in our collection. I mean, blueberry bushel, boho blue, misty moonlight. I love it. It's a little darker color. But we have a lot of bright. I love night of navy too. I just love all the blues. Okay, let's go ahead and snip that off, and you can then work with, if you want a little bit smaller, a little bit larger, then when you have it like you want, I'll set it up here on the, and we'll bring those glue dots back in, and pick up a glue dot, and actually I could have just, it would have been easier to go ahead and just bring my bow to the glue dot like this. And I'm going to put 2 glue dots on here. And then I'm going to place this up in the corner. And another little tip, you can put a glue dot underneath your bows here so they will lay flat if you would like. And sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't. I think this is just a little bit longer, so we're going to snip that off. And of course, yes, we need some embellishments, right? So let's grab some embellishments and add to our card. I'm going to bring in these brushed brass butterflies. They're flat. I love these. You have different sizes. As you can see, I've used a lot of them. So I'm going to pick up a small brass butterfly with my take your pick tool. And I'm going to place that right here on the sentiment. Then I'm going to go ahead and pick up a larger one and have it about right here. And here is our quick and easy thank you card. Thanks so much. And then you can write inside whatever you would like. So again, this is the Azure Afternoon card base. The next card, I used Lemon Lolly cardstock for my layer. And I embossed it. I used Lemon Lolly ribbon for the bow. Here, I still use the inked Botanical Designer Series paper, but I also punched out some leaves using Lemon Lolly cardstock. And then my next card, I used Moody Mauve. So Moody Mauve bow, and then Moody Mauve cardstock for my embossed layer. And again, I used the Designer Series paper, but I also punched out some leaves using Moody Mauve cardstock. Then I have one more card to show you, and I changed it just a little bit. I did not add a bow, and I've used Blueberry Bushel for my cardstock layer, and then I used our Glorious, I believe it is, it's Gingham Designer Series paper, and I think it's Glorious Gingham if I remember right. And then I also changed the gems, and the gems are the 4-pack tinsel gems. So they're from the 4-pack tinsel gems is what I used on this last card. So here are the 4 cards for this week. Quick and easy thank you cards. I hope you like them. I'd love to know what you think. And give it a try. I think that you'll find they are quick and easy. I'm Terri Hartley at Rustic Barn Cards. Please give me a like by clicking that thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. It really helps. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, Rustic Barn Cards, I'd love for you to do that. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Have a great week. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.